Welcome all my Indian brothers and sisters. I'm going to propose a new India in this my video. I request all my Indian brothers to support me, stand with me. It is not for me, it is for our nation, to build our nation, a nation with equality, dignity. This is what I am proposing to all my Indian brothers and sisters to think about this, and let's work together to build India, a nation with equality and dignity. I have seen few videos. Few people were talking about secular country, secular Rashtra. Few people are talking about Hindu Rashtra. There are some people who also talk about Muslim Rashtra, Islam Rashtra, whatever it may be, right? There are different philosophies in India, but I think all these philosophies have some problems that triggers conflicts in India. So that's why from my side I am proposing Samata Rasthra, not secular Rashtra, Hindu Rashtra, Muslim Rashtra, Christian Rashtra, not these Rashtra. I am proposing you to Indian brothers that it should be Samata Rasthra. Why I am proposing this idea of Samata Rasthra? It is equality nation. The India should treat everyone equal. From lowest to the highest, everyone should be equal. That's why from today onwards, we are going to promote this Samata Rasthra in India. I want all my brothers and sisters to support me and join me and take this movement to across the country so that we may propose few philosophies in this video. Jai India, Jai Bharat. Let's go inside the details. India is the strongest when equality, dignity and opportunity comes before identity. Identity should not be first. The dignity should be first and equality should be first. Opportunity should be first. Later we talk about identities. Identity in the sense you are SC, ST, BC, OC, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, these are all identities. Man, woman, children, these are all identities. But equality is not an identity, it is a dignity, equality, dignity and opportunity. That should be first. The rest all should come later. Then only the India will be strongest. That is my belief, and all my brothers in India, you should support me in this. And India will be strongest when equality, dignity and opportunity comes before the identity of, it can be religious identity, can be caste identity, gender identity, regional identity, whatever. Let us unite India by bringing up equality and dignity first, than anything else. I am proposing 10 national principles to make India a Samata Rasthra. Let us take India a Samata Rasthra. I am proposing 10 principles. If we follow these 10 principles, the India will be strongest in the globe. We can beat the global, we can beat all the countries across the globe. And we'll be number one in the country, in the world, if we follow these 10 principles. These are my 10 national principles I'm proposing to make India a Samata Rasthra. Let's go inside the details. Principle 1 is my first principle I'm proposing to all of you is Constitution above all. Our Rashtra is guided by the Constitution, not by the caste or religion. We should not propose a country to be identical with, let's make a caste Rashtra, religion Rashtra, not like that. Let's make a Constitution Rashtra. Constitution is above all these identical identities. Our Rashtra is guided by the Constitution, not by the caste or religion. So my agenda is we should implement Articles 14, 15, 16, 17, 21. All these articles we should implement. Article 14, equality, everyone is equal. Article 15, no discrimination based on the caste, creed and religion. Article 16, equal opportunities based on irrespective of caste, creed and religion. Article 21, personal liberty. 25, religious freedom. Article 19, freedom of speech. So all these are, we should implement perfectly in India. Then that's why I say Constitution is above all. Then all these identities, caste identities, religious identities, then only our India will be strong and we can beat the globe. That's what I feel if you follow this principle 1 of Constitution above all. So my demand to the government of India is, we must include the detailed education in all, about all these articles, article 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, all the fundamental rights must be taught to all these children in the schools and educational institutions, and teach them what is equality, teach them what is discrimination, no discrimination, teach them what is freedom of speech, teach them what is fundamental rights. This is my demand to the government, and from this principle 1. And I'm proposing the again second principle 2. It is equality is not against any religion. When we talk about equality, some people think that we are against some religion. No, because different ideological arguments are there in India. Few people talk about Hindu Rashtra. They think that, and they are arguing that everybody should be Hindu. Some people, they may not outwardly say. Some Muslims may be thinking that we want to make India as a Muslim Rashtra. So they may not tell outsidely because they are minorities. Some Christians may be thinking that I want to make India as a Christian Rashtra. So these are all these are all identical, identity-based, arguments. So equality is not against any religion. That fundamentally should understand. When we say equal, Christian, Hindu, Muslim, Parsi, Jain, SC, ST, BC, man, woman, children, adults, everyone is equal. That's equality. It is not against any religion, any caste. So equality is not against any religion. Samata Rasthra respects all religions but gives preference only to equality. This is the proposal I am giving it to you. Samata Rasthra respects all religions but gives preference to equality. So let us all fight for this. I am not proposing any political party. I am not telling that we are starting a political party. No political parties. I am talking about a movement. I am talking about a philosophy that India should adopt. All political parties should support me in this, in my proposal. Our agenda should be state neutrality in all religious matters, freedom of belief for Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs and atheists. And everybody should have freedom to promote their own religion, to do their religious activities. We should not hurt one another. We should not hurt another religions. Respect one another religion, promote one another religion, and in the society live together with harmony, love one another. There should not be any ambiguities and fights within the society. So that's I'm proposing to the Indian society, all my Indian brothers. Our demand is no discrimination in jobs. There should not be discrimination, housing, education, reservations based on religions. Because still now the Christians and Muslims, they are fighting for reservations in educational institutions. They say that Christians doesn't have reservation. They're not scheduled caste. They say that a presidential order 1950 para 3, they say that Christians are not SC, so they will not be given this kind of, all these things is not correct thing, because it is against equality. Everybody should be equal and treat everyone is equal, and give them reservations if they are poor. Give them, abolish caste and everything, that everything should be equal. That's what I want to say. That's called equality is not against any religion, promoting equality of all the religions. This is my second principle I'm proposing to the Indian brothers and sisters. And principle 3, I'm proposing you, social justice equal to nation strength. When a social justice exists, then the strength in the country exists. A nation rises when the most oppressed people rise. A nation will come out when the most oppressed people are released. The nation will get freedom when the most oppressed people gets freedom. This caste atrocities, caste domination, casteism, caste feeling, India should come out of all these things. Then only India will become strength. A strong protection should be there for SC/ST, and strengthen SC/ST Atrocity Act more, and BC acts should be implemented, and the minorities should be protected, women should be protected, and effective reservation should be implemented, and skill development should be launched for all the minorities people, minority SC/ST, BC, Adivasis, and who are poor, even majority. Of course, EWS reservations already is there. So even strengthen more that EWS reservations in proper constitutional, within the purview of the constitution, not against the constitution. Okay, so that's what I want to say, that so social justice is equal to a nation's strength. So my demand is here is end casteism in India, caste-based humiliation in daily life, and strong SC/ST Act, even more, make SC/ST Act more stronger. Women atrocity acts bring, impose child labor acts and anti-child labor acts bring, and also, and caste abolition should be our fundamental and primary aim of this country. This is my third principle I am proposing, to make our India a Samata Rasthra. Okay, I am proposing principle 4. It is unity through dignity, not uniformity. Unity through dignity, not uniformity. Uniformity is not possible our Indian culture, Indian society, because India doesn't need one culture. India has multiple cultures, multiple languages, multiple regions, multiple lifestyle, multiple local gods, multiple religions. In this, uniformity is not possible in India. So India doesn't need one culture. Protect all local cultures. It needs mutual respect. All cultures should exist in India, but we should have mutual respect to one another. Respect one another's culture. If Tamilians say that we are Dravidians, respect them. If someone say we are Aryan, respect them. So there should be mutual respect. But bringing everybody into the informal culture, it is, I don't think it is possible in India, because we have multi-cultural, I mean, what do you say, ethno group. Our India has ethnocentric cultural identity is there in India. It is not possible. I think that's why I'm proposing unity through dignity, not uniformity. When you cannot unite everybody, you unite by dignity, not by imposing on one another. So we should protect all languages. Don't bulldoze, don't bring one language to suppress the other language. Respect every language, respect everybody's food culture, respect everybody's traditions, right? So here I am proposing that we have to reject this kind of cultural policies they are making to suppress one another's cultures, dominate one another cultures. These kind of policies we must reject these kind of policies. Promote inter-community harmony, impose domination and oppose any kind of domination on minority. Minority can be caste minority, religion minority. Some people are caste-based minorities, some people are region-based minorities. Some are big states, some are small states, some are wealthy states, some are poor states. So here also there are majority and minority. Minority doesn't mean that it is only religion. So a strong person should not attack on the weaker person. That's what I'm talking about, minority. So we should protect these weaker sections, oppose domination in minority, ethnics, independent caste, unique cultures. We have to protect all these kind of cultures. So unity through dignity, not uniformity. This is principle 4 I'm proposing to my Indian our Indian brothers and sisters. Principle 5 I am proposing it to you, the economic equality for real nationalism. Economic equality for real nationalism. A hungry citizen cannot be a proud patriot, a nationalist. Everybody is saying that I am a nationalist, I am patriot, I have Deshabhakti, I am a Deshabhakt, but they are suffering with hunger. A hungry person cannot be a Deshabhakt. A hungry person cannot be a nationalist. A hungry person cannot be a proud nationalist. Feed them first, give them food first, bring them up, give them reservations, give them jobs, give them opportunities, give them education, bring everybody up, teach them global standard education, bring everybody up. Then you talk about nationalism, Deshabhakti and everything, right? That's what I'm saying. A hungry person cannot be a proud nationalist. So economic equality for real nationalism is must. So I'm proposing this agenda is there should be fair wages for laborers, land rights should be there given for Dalits and Adivasis, equal access to credit for BC communities, and stop crony capitalism. Stop crony capitalism. It's not good that only few people control the entire India with the wealth, and it leads to dictatorship in the days ahead. Maybe after 50-100 years, this India will go under the dictatorship kind of things. So it is very dangerous to the democracy in India. So the stop crony capitalism. And here our demand is that revise all acts to distribute land and wealth to the poor and needy also. Bring them up also. This is my fifth principle I am proposing to my to our Indian brothers, to make our India a Samata Rasthra. Okay, our principle 6 is women's equality is national equality. When women treated as equal, then you treat India as equal country. So women equality is going to be national equality. A nation cannot be equal if women are unequal. A nation cannot be equal if you treat women are not equal. Then you cannot talk about equality. You should implement 50% reservations to women. You should implement equal opportunities to women. You should give equal rights and property share. What is that the inherent property should be equally shared with the girl, child. You should give them equal opportunities. They also should have property rights. They also should be treated as a member of the family, and all these things, these kind of acts we should bring it. So we should treat women are equal. Otherwise, when nation cannot be equal if women are unequal. So our agenda should be equal pay to women, protection from caste and religious violence that women are facing. Political representation should be there equally for women in the parliament and assembly, and they should be given equal property rights. They should be protected from the domestic violence. They should be protected from any kind of atrocities in the society. So that's kind of a women's equality is going to be national equality. So here my demand to the country is that make acts to prevent disrespecting women from male dominant society. The male dominant society mindset, the male dominant idea, it can be derived from a religious philosophy. It might have come from a family tradition. It may be there from the cultural maybe it might have given a birth from a culture. Doesn't matter, but wherever it is, the source may be anything. But I tell you that the male dominant society need to be ended in India, and we should treat women equally. Then only our nation will be strong, and then only we can fight with India, fight with the global other countries. That's what I want to say. Okay, so that then only we can make India a Samata Rasthra. And finally, principle 8, it's not final, principle 8, I'm proposing this. India education is the foundation to Samata Rasthra. We can make India a Samata Rasthra only when education is there. Patriotism is equal to protecting every Indian education through education. That is actually patriotism. So zero tolerance and they should be given education to everyone, and there should be zero tolerance for mob violence. There should be rule of law, above mentioned, police and judiciary reforms to protect the weakest from dominant mobs. So there should be oh sorry, this is 8 and this is headings changed. Okay, I think somewhere I did mistake. I think here I wanted to say that at the principle 7 where I wanted to say this is 6. Okay, this is 6. This is 7 where I wanted to say, sorry for confusion. I think I did not change the title. So education should be our principle 7. Education is the real temple of the nation. Our agenda is free education, quality education, public education should be given to everybody in India. Our demand is you give scholarships to all first class generation students, their learners, end discrimination in schools and universities, and provide reservations, implement Article 25 in the educational institutions, and all these things should be implemented. This is as part of Principle 7 to make a Samata Rasthra. I am proposing this to our Indian people. Today I may be one. It's going to be 150 crore people in the days ahead to support the Samata Rasthra. I'm telling you this. Okay, so that's why I I want to make principle 7 as education as the foundation of Samata Rasthra. I think this principle 8, actually it is protecting everyone. It is, I did mistake of titling. So it is, my intention is here to propose is patriotism is protecting every Indian. We should have a equal protection to everyone. There should not be tolerance. There should be a zero tolerance for mob violence. Rule of law should be above emotions. The law should be, judiciary system, police system, it should be more stronger than the emotions. What do you say? The emotions, they can be the religious sentiments, caste sentiments, regional sentiments. They should not be dominated by the police system and judiciary system. Judiciary system and police system should be stronger than all these kind of emotions and sentiments. That's what I want to say, that in this principle 8. So bring policies and judiciary reforms to protect the weakest from the dominant mobs. The weakest will be attacked from the dominant. It can happen from within the family, where the relatives are there. One person doesn't have maybe more relatives, or another person may be having many relatives. The dominant people who are having many relatives will come and attack and this person, because this person doesn't have more relatives. This is also kind of a dominant people attacking and the non-dominant people, weaker sections. So it can be caste section, it can be religion section, anything, that there should not be any dominant society. Then we can make Samata Rasthra and make India proud and number one in the global platform. And there should be the principle 9. This is principle 9. Everything should be dialogue based. There should not be hatredness. There should not be attacks on one another. Everything should be dialogue. Now what I am proposing, you may not like it, but there should be discussion, there should be dialogue, there should be counter arguments, but there should not be any attacks on one another. If you don't like someone's philosophy, if I say Samata Rasthra, you may not like it. If someone says that Hindu Rasthra, some other person may not like it. Somebody say Christian Rasthra, other person may not like it. We should not attack on one another. There should be dialogue, there should be discussion, there should be platform for arguments, but there should not be any kind of attacks, and dialogue is going to be the primary agenda of this Samata Rasthra, not any kind of violence. We are non-violence people, so no violence, so only dialogues and discussions. We disagree without dehumanizing. If we disagree with some kind, that's what someone say, that Hindu Rasthra, we disagree with that ideology. Someone say Christian Rasthra, we disagree with the ideology. Someone maybe think Islamist nation, so we disagree with the idea. But we disagree with your ideology without hurting you, without dehumanizing, without violating the human rights. We disagree, that's it, but no attacks and all. That's what I wanted to say that. So this is our principle of Samata Rasthra. So our agenda is interfaith and intercaste marriages should be there. Intercaste, interfaith dialogue should be taken place. Peace committee should be at local level. Reject hate speeches across the country, and everybody should live in harmony. There should be peaceful life in India. So my demand is that make strict actions to curb these hate speeches, anti-attacks, laws you have to be made, all the states, and promote healthy debates on their philosophies. There should be multiple philosophies. Mine is one of those philosophies. Mine is Samata philosophy. Samata Rasthra is my philosophy. Someone may be thinking Hindu Rasthra. Someone may be telling Christian Rasthra. Their philosophies. There should be dialogue, no attacks. That's principle 9. This is the 10th principle is Samata Rasthra slogan framework. Slogans should be always positive. It should not be any negative slogans. Here my proposal for the few slogans are: a slogan is always positive, no negative slogan. Equality Nation, United India. Equality Nation, United India, one slogan. Samata Rasthra, dignity for all. Constitution is our common faith. Everybody may have their different faiths, but Constitution is a common faith for all. Right? India of equals, no hierarchies. There should not be any hierarchy. Like caste-based hierarchy should not be there. he is top one, second, third, and Sudra. This kind of hierarchy is not at all good for the Indian society. No hierarchies. Even in the kind of religion also, there should not be this religion primary, this is secondary. So there should not be no caste hierarchy, no religion hierarchy. India of equals. That's what Samata Rasthra I am proposing to all my Indian brothers and sisters. So finally, I wanted to say Hindu Rashtra speaks about identity, or caste Rashtra speaks about identity. It can be Christian Rashtra speaks about identity, Muslim Rashtra speaks about identity, but remember Samata Rashtra speaks about dignity. Identity will divide us, dignity will unite us. Please support this philosophy of Samata Rasthra. We have to make this India a Samata Rasthra. We all together work for this equality, a nation of equality. This is my proposal. Again, I'm telling, I'm not starting in a political party. I don't have any political agendas, political motives behind this. I want to promote this across the country. All political parties support me if you are in line with my idea. Thank you, namaskar. I may join in any political party, that is my personal. I may promote any political party, that is my personal. But this is non-political movement. I am bringing it to you, to all my brothers and sisters. Thank you, namaskar. Support me and join me.